You sit down at night. The room is dark. The food is ready. The video starts, and then the spinning circle appears. Your phone says full bars. Your router is still blinking. Nothing looks broken. So why does your internet suddenly act like it's exhausted? The weird part is, your Wi-Fi may not actually be weak. The signal can be strong, while the internet behind it is completely crowded. Tonight, the problem might be your phone, or your TV, or your walls, or your neighbor's router, or a traffic jam miles away that you can't see. Because at night, your internet doesn't get sleepy, it gets crowded. Here's the first reveal. Wi-Fi and internet are not exactly the same thing. Wi-Fi is the invisible connection between your device and your router. Internet speed is what happens after that, when your router tries to reach websites, servers, streaming platforms, and everything else outside your home. So when your phone shows full bars, it only means one thing. Your phone can hear your router clearly. It does not mean Netflix is reaching you quickly. It does not mean the server is free. It does not mean your whole neighborhood is calm. Full bars can still lead to a frozen screen. That's like standing right next to a highway entrance, while the highway itself is completely jammed. Now look at what happens after sunset. During the day, maybe one person is home. Maybe the TV is off. Maybe the laptop is sleeping. But at night, the house wakes up. One person opens YouTube. Someone else starts a video call. A TV begins streaming in 4K. A console downloads an update. A phone backs up photos. A laptop quietly updates in the corner like it has been waiting all day to betray you. Every device wants a slice of the same connection. Your router is not sending magic, it is sharing. And the more devices asking at the same time, the smaller each slice can feel. Think of your internet like one pizza. At 2 p.m., maybe 2 people are eating it. Big slices, no problem. At 9 p.m., the whole house arrives. Now the same pizza has to feed phones, TVs, laptops, game consoles, smart speakers, cameras, and maybe even devices you forgot existed. The internet did not vanish. The pizza just got divided into tiny, sad triangles. That is bandwidth. Not a scary word, just the amount of data your connection can carry at once. And at night, everyone is hungry. But the house is only the first layer, because your Wi-Fi does not live alone. If you live in an apartment, dorm, condo, or dense neighborhood, your router is surrounded by other routers, above you, below you, beside you, across the hallway. Every one of them is shouting invisible signals into the same air. Your router is trying to talk to your phone. Your neighbor's router is trying to talk to their TV. Another router is trying to reach a laptop through 3 walls. And suddenly, your room is not quiet. It is a crowded party where everyone is yelling across the room. This is where the 2 common Wi-Fi bands matter. You may have seen them before: 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. 2.4 gigahertz travels farther. It can push through walls better, but it is also older, busier, and more crowded. It is like a wide road that everyone knows about. 5 gigahertz is usually faster and less crowded, but it does not travel as far, and walls can weaken it more easily. So you might have a strange choice. Use the road that reaches farther but has more traffic, or the road that moves faster but fades sooner. And at night, both roads can fill up. Then there's the path between you and the router. Wi-Fi is not a ghost that passes perfectly through everything. Walls matter, distance matter, floors matter, cabinets matter. Fish tanks, mirrors, metal objects, and electronics can all make the signal's job harder. So if your router is hiding behind a TV, trapped in a cabinet, sitting on the floor, or buried in a corner, your Wi-Fi may already be running an obstacle course before it even reaches you. At night, when more devices are competing, those small weaknesses become easier to notice. The router was not suddenly worse. The pressure around it increased. But sometimes, the problem is not your router at all. Imagine your home network is working perfectly. Your phone talks to the router talks to the modem reaches your internet provider, and then traffic. Because your whole neighborhood may be online too. People are streaming shows, kids are gaming, parents are video calling, phones are scrolling, downloads are running, cloud backups are moving. Your internet provider has to move all of that traffic through its own network. Most of the time it works, but during peak hours, some parts of the system can get crowded. Not because the internet is broken, because everyone arrived at the same invisible road at the same time. And even that is not the final layer. When you open a video, the data might travel through your router, your provider, bigger networks, data centers, content delivery systems, and servers built to send pieces of the internet closer to you. Most of this happens in fractions of a second, but every step is another place where traffic can build up. Your video is not just coming from the internet. It is being requested, found, sliced into pieces, sent through networks, rebuilt on your screen, and constantly adjusted so it doesn't collapse into a frozen mess. So when a video drops from sharp to blurry at night, that may be the system trying to survive, not failing, adapting. So here is the myth to kill. Wi-Fi doesn't get worse because the sun went down.
Night itself is not poisoning the signal. Darkness is not blocking the waves. Your router is not tired. The timing only makes it feel that way. Night is when people come home. Night is when screens turn on. Night is when streaming starts. Night is when the invisible roads fill up. So the problem is not the clock, it is behavior. Millions of tiny choices happening at the same time. One more episode, one more match, one more call, one more download, all stacked on top of each other. The strangest part is that none of this looks dramatic from your couch. Your router still blinks calmly, your phone still shows bars, the room is silent. But behind that silence, your house is negotiating with your devices. Your devices are competing with each other. Your router is fighting walls. Your Wi-Fi is sharing air with neighbors. Your provider is carrying the neighborhood. And somewhere far away, servers are trying to feed millions of screens at once. A buffering circle is not just a circle. It is a tiny window into a huge invisible rush hour, and you only notice it when the traffic reaches your screen. So the next time your video freezes at night, do not just stare at the router like it betrayed you. Your Wi-Fi might be strong. Your internet might be crowded. Your neighbor might be shouting through the same air. Your TV might be eating the biggest slice. Your provider might be stuck in the evening rush. The spinning circle feels like nothing is happening, but actually, too much is happening. Your screen is not showing an empty pause. It is showing the moment an invisible world becomes too crowded to hide. And once you see that, nighttime buffering stops feeling random. It starts looking like traffic.